don't know me, I am Natalie Colalillo, and I am the founder and CEO of Happy Healthy Women. And today I am joined by the amazing Penny DeJager, who is in Calgary, Alberta. And so I'm not sure what the temperature is like there, but I'm sure it's also beautiful. I see some sun behind you, Penny, so it must be nice there too.
Gorgeous here today. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah. So for those who don't know Penny, Penny is a registered massage therapist. She is a certified holistic nutrition coach. She is also a metabolic balance coach. I think I got that right. That was just off the top of my head. Um, but Penny is all things health and wellness and is such an incredible part of our community as well. She's the branch director of our Calgary, Alberta branch. So Penny, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to dive into our topic today.
Yes, thanks very much for having me. As you said, the chapter here, or the branch in Calgary, has started in January, kind of fresh, and it's going really well. We're having lots of different women attend our Authentically Connecting coffees, and I'm just having a great time connecting with like-minded women.
Love it. Love it. Well, you know, it's so funny because when we first had a chat, it was such a beautiful synergy between us, right? It was like we found each other and we knew that we were a fit for each other in some way. And here we are, working together. And I love the fact that you are opening up Calgary for us. It's our first branch there, and we're so excited to have you. So today we're talking about a few different things, but I know that one of the things you are really focused on is helping others get healthy and helping others, first of all, feel better in with your massage therapy and also with your nutrition coaching, but lose weight and raise up that metabolism. And so tell me, Penny, why don't you start by just sharing a little bit about yourself and how you got into this line of work?
For sure. Yeah, we all have a story as to why we want to help people and help people heal. And it seems to be more women that I'm helping these days as my business evolves. I have my own story where, I've gradually put on weight as I've headed into my 40s and now early 50s. And I've struggled with adrenal fatigue, blood sugar imbalances. And those are all things that it just seems to be the kind of people that are attracted to working with me because they understand my story, and I've done a lot of work to get to where I am to be healthier, and so I've got a lot to give there. And metabolism, I wish I had discovered this earlier with all the education and things that I've been involved in, is that metabolism is the key to all living processes. And a lot of women or just people, they think, oh, I want to lose weight, but there's so much more to it than just watching the food. And I do have some kind of simple tips that we can get into as we talk that are part of my Metabolic Balance program, Metabolic Balance Reset program, which I've had some really successful ladies go through so far in the last 6 months. So I'm excited about that.
Beautiful. Well, I think that those who are watching want to hear those tips as much as I do. So why don't we jump right into those? And because I think we know the importance of balancing our hormones. We've heard all of this, right? The importance of weight loss, the importance of being at a healthy weight and feeling good and being mobile and all of that stuff. So talk to us about these tips that you have and what is the intention of the program? Like, what is the end result that you get people to with these tips?
Right. So, not everyone fits into this Metabolic Balance program. As I say, most of the people that are coming to me, they've got underlying health concerns. So it might be they lack energy. They've got hormone imbalances. Maybe their sleep is really bad. They've got lots of cravings and or allergies, those kinds of things. First, we should understand what metabolism is, and I wanted to just share that. Basically, it's converting food into energy. And we all have what's called a basal metabolic rate, which is that total number of calories that our body needs to perform like our basic life-sustaining functions, like breathing, temperature control, blood circulation. And there's certain factors that determine our basal metabolic rate. And people and I don't know if yo-yo dieting is going to come up, but when people are yo-yo dieting and constantly restricting their diet, they're really in effect changing your basal metabolic rate to the point where you may not be able to lose that weight. Like you're really changing that. Other things that determine what your basal metabolic rate are how old you are. So as we age, our metabolic rate slows down. It doesn't mean that we can't change it. There's many ways to boost your metabolism. Men tend to have a higher metabolism, and just because they have more muscle, because muscle is a very metabolic tissue, it burns more fat. So those are the kinds of things. So the program Metabolic Balance Reset is based on blood work. So it's really cool. It's one of the only programs that, again, it's not a diet, it's a nutrition plan that you get that's very personalized for your blood, determined on your blood work. What are your likes and dislikes with food, and what are your allergies or intolerances? And it's a very specific plan that puts foods in to boost your metabolism and takes foods out that aren't going to help that. And you would know this, and a lot of our viewers would know that an anti-inflammatory diet is really important when you're looking at boosting your metabolism. And really long term, it has to do with blood sugar balance. And if you're like, here's an example, if you're overeating throughout the day, then your body is going to have that, what was I going to say? Yeah, you're eating too much. So your insulin's going to spike, and then it's going to drop, and your body's going to go, oh, I got to hold on to that body fat. Or if you're not eating enough throughout the day, you're restricting the body, your blood sugar crashes, and your body goes, oh, I better eat into that muscle. So it's really important that whatever diet, or I should say nutrition plan, is that you're keeping a steady insulin balance throughout the day. So some of the tips that I have, I've got about 8 of them, and we may not be able to cover all of them, but these are kind of I hate using the word rules, but they are. If you follow these simple rules along with this specific nutrition plan that you get with this metabolic program, you're going to have success, and losing weight is kind of an added benefit. Gut health is something that's going to really improve with this. We'll talk about the things that what does it look like to have a healthy metabolism? We'll talk about that after if we can. The big thing is leave sugar out. And I know that that's really hard for some people, and it's hidden in a lot of our foods, but it's a highly inflammatory substance. It's addictive. But if we can focus on removing refined sugars from our diet, you're going to really notice a difference with that insulin level staying more consistent. And look for foods that are more natural, that have the natural sugars, like the fruits. That would be better. And you're going to lose your cravings for sugar. The less you eat it, the less you crave it. And your body will feel fuller longer without that sugar spiking in. Another thing, and this might go different than other protocols that are out there, but it's really important to have 3 balanced meals a day. This is what the program's based on, and no snacking. So there's 5 hours between the meals that are specifically given, and that gives the body a chance to go into that fat burning mode. So the blood sugar normalizes, and the insulin isn't released. So it's a little bit on intermittent fasting. Another rule would be don't eat after 9 o'clock at night. And I even say to some of my clients, don't eat after 7 o'clock. Right. And that really gives a chance for the body, again, to get into that fat burning mode. What else was I going to say? Yeah, it's a good fasting window between dinner and breakfast. That's really important. I'm sure that you've talked about this, but water is like a crux to this program. So you probably know people just aren't drinking enough water. So literally, depending on body weight is what we go by, 3 liters, sometimes up to 4 liters. It sounds like a lot. You're going to be going to the bathroom for a while your body gets used to it. But metabolism heavily relies on a very important to detox the body, and water is a part of that. We're made up of 70 or whatever % water. When you're feeling hungry on this plan or any plan, water, go to it first, because chances are you're dehydrated before you're actually hungry. So you can get through these longer windows of time to keep your insulin stable, and water is the big thing. What else? what are some of my other tips? Yeah, moving your body. So once you get on this nutrition plan that is specifically made for you, there's a certain period of time where we don't want you to exercise so that your body stabilizes with, it's already doing all those metabolic processes, getting used to eating more clean, whole foods. But then we want you to move your body. The food is the medicine and the movement is the therapy, if you want to think of it as that way. So it's important to get out for your daily walks. Maybe you're doing some light weight training, again, because muscle's a very metabolic tissue, and that's going to help boost your metabolism as well. And it's important when you follow this plan, any plan, is just to be gentle on yourself. You want to make simple, sustainable changes so that this isn't something where you're going to try it for a while and then give it up. Like, it's what I try to teach my clients is that this is a lifestyle. This isn't one and done. Like, you're going to kind of rinse and repeat every day following these same kind of guidelines. Consistency is the key. I see there's a couple comments. I don't know if you're checking.
There are, yes. So good morning from BC. Anne is here. Anne is saying hi. There is a when you were talking about the water, definitely I drink half my body weight in ounces a day. I feel ill if I don't have my water. Amazing. Like, that is such a great accomplishment because most people are not doing that, as you said, Penny. So fantastic. I love these tips. And so I'm just wondering, how specific does the actual, because you were talking about these tips in conjunction with the food, the plan that people get, right? And so how specific is the food plan? Because I know that you were mentioning that depending on what people are suffering from, it's going to be different. Am I right?
Yeah, depending on what medications they're on, what chronic illnesses or conditions, what they've had. Like, some people haven't had allergy testing, but they kind of know what they're intolerant to. And so a lot of the foods are actually removed, even just no matter what the blood work is. So the dairy, the gluten, there is some soy, sugar's a big one. There is a period of time where caffeine is reduced. And I know a lot of people go, oh, but it isn't a restrictive diet. The only thing that's, I guess, restrictive is there's a 2-3 week period where we're saying these are the foods that are better for you to reset your metabolism. And once your body recognizes and how it feels, and it's amazing after 2 weeks following a plan that's more specific to you. Here's an example. So it's 3 meals a day with the 5 hours between. So, like, I'm allowed for breakfast a whole pile of, greens, nuts and seeds is the protein, and some strawberries, let's say, and maybe a light balsamic vinegar. But healthy oils are brought in later in the program because those are highly important to keep inflammation down. A lot of people have a lot of weight that they're holding on to because they have what's called systemic inflammation. So this nutrition plan will help decrease the inflammation, which gives you a better chance to actually drop that weight. And depending on what age you're at, we're also fighting against hormones. So when our gut health and our metabolism isn't functioning properly, our hormones go out of balance. So you'll find when you're on a proper nutrition plan, your PMS symptoms are more balanced. Maybe some of the menopausal things that are happening, they clear up. Like, I recently, so I didn't talk about in the beginning, but I've recently lost 25 pounds. My goal wasn't necessarily to lose the weight, but it was more to gain back energy, gain back the cardiac health along with regular exercise. I was having migraine headaches. I don't get them anymore. So I can really speak to the importance of this program. And why it's different is the blood work. So there's a lot of things tested to do with metabolites. So are our liver enzymes functioning properly? That's our main detoxification organ. So there's a lot of science. So when I look at why I call it Rootology Wellness Therapy, which is my business, I want to help people get to the root cause versus constantly treating symptoms. And, the root cause is usually in our gut. So all disease begins in the gut. And that takes a little bit to get around, but nutrition is so important. And I know that a lot of people would think of it the opposite way. They'd think 80% is on my cardio. I got to do 2 hours of cardio. But if you don't have a good nutrition plan supporting that, it's not lost time, but you'll do so much better with concentrating 80% on nutrition and then the exercise. I'm a proponent of both. So yeah, I don't know what else. Do you have any more questions for me?
Well, I'd love to know how you actually work with people. So is it a one-on-one situation? Is it in a group setting? Do people go and get their blood work done before they come and see you? Can they do this online? Like, tell me what that looks like.
Cool. So yeah, obviously my massage therapy is in person. We're in my room right now, and that's been up and down. But the virtual world has really opened up for all of us. So I can do this metabolic balance program all virtually. And I've done really well with group programs where, women are just better when they can support each other and hold each other accountable, which is why I love this group. Everyone is so supportive. And so I do offer one-on-one. But there's also a group component where we come together. It doesn't matter what stage you're at, where I'll do these check-ins and we'll do education. So it might be an hour on a Sunday night or whatever works. And we talk about, well, why is it important to add back like healthy fats and oils to our plan? But yeah, the virtual world, I can offer this program because I can share my screen. We can talk for hours if we want. But usually the program lasts about 3 months. I work with people a lot in the beginning while they're settling on this new plan. Measuring their food is a big part of it. And then it'll sort of spread out to about 2 follow-ups over the, per month. But I'm also really available at any time because sometimes some of the weirdest symptoms and things come up as your body's detoxifying. The blood work, it depends on where you are in Canada. Metabolic Balance has agreements with like Life Labs and Precision Labs and whatever in Alberta, where once you're committed to the program, I give you this 35 different blood values that you go to any, just like you're getting your regular blood work. And then about 24 to 48 hours after, I get access to your blood work, which is really cool. And it's analyzed by a doctor that's associated in Canada, that then we work together to develop that personalized nutrition program. And I just feel like it's solidly backed in science, and that helps us get to the root cause. So I don't know if that answers your question about the blood work.
Absolutely. I think this is such a great thing for those who have, tried to make changes, tried to make sustainable changes, and they're doing great. Like I talk to so many people who are doing great. They're doing all the right things. They're moving. They're eating well. They just can't seem to get to that place with their health that they really want to be and want to feel. And so I think this is a fantastic option for people, especially as you said, those with ailments who are trying to feel better. So how do people get in touch with you, Miss Amazing Penny? Where do they go?
Well, I have the website, so rootologywellnesstherapy.com. I'm in the midst of sort of upgrading that or changing that. Oh, thank you. You put that up. How fancy. And then I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. But yeah, you can reach me through my email, penny@rootologywellnesstherapy.com. And I'll get back to you really soon. So I just enjoy supporting and educating women in their journey towards wellness. I've walked that journey and I have a lot to give. And this community has been awesome and just connecting with women and all of their gifts. So I really appreciate being a part of it, Natalie.
Oh, thank you. And I appreciate you so much. And if anyone out there would like to connect with Penny, please do touch base with her. Head to, if you go to our website, hhwglobal.com, you'll find the link to Penny's group, her meetup group with Happy Healthy Women, which is HHW Calgary. And check out her events. She's got some awesome things going on. And, right now our events are everywhere because they're online. So you can head to any event. And I would highly recommend Penny's. They are so, so lovely. I myself, of course, have been. And so, yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. And Penny, thank you so much for what you bring to this community. You are a true gem, and you just bring so much love and health and wellness and leadership to Happy Healthy Women. So thank you so, so much.
Thank you for having me. You're making me blush.
Aww.
Thanks for this opportunity.
Love you so much. Thank you. And thanks everyone for watching. Get in touch with Penny and take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, Penny.